Alassane Ouattara, valet of neocolonialism, betrays the economic sovereignty of West Africa. While Mali is freeing itself, Côte d'Ivoire is kneeling. While Bamako is taking its destiny back into its own hands, Abidjan persists in voluntary servitude. The TotalEnergies affair in Mali is a resounding slap in the face to all these leaders who are complicit in the plundering of Africa, and Ouattara is the perfect symbol of this. Mali. End of the Leonism contract, recovery of wealth. TotalEnergies did not pay taxes in Mali, draining the country's wealth to France. Thanks to shameful agreements, these multinationals granted themselves exorbitant privileges while the Malian people were becoming poorer. But the transitional authorities have put an end to this charade: compulsory taxes or expulsion. Result? TotalEnergies packed up and left, and a local company, Koli Energy, took over. The message is clear. Africa does not need predatory multinationals, it needs economic sovereignty. The acquisition of TotalEnergies by you, the investors, with all these guaranteed jobs, is a materialization of the head of state's vision. The instruction we have received is to always consider the vital interests of the Malian people in all decisions.
After Total, here is Koli Energy Mali, in partnership with the company Benin Petrosa. A delegation from this group, which now holds TotalEnergies shares in Mali, was received by the Prime Minister, head of government, the chairman of the board of directors, the employee representative, and the company representative came to announce the arrival of Koli Energy in Mali. The Prime Minister, Minister of Territorial Administration and Decentralization, welcomed the approach of the new TotalEnergies buyers in our country, an approach that fits well with the President's vision of the transition.
Total has 78 service stations and more than 1,000 employees. 1,109 to be precise. I also understood that during the negotiations, you committed to guaranteeing these jobs, investing in our country, and, of course, respecting the country's laws. I truly want to congratulate you and thank you very warmly for this approach.
The company is located in Mali, Benin, and Côte d'Ivoire.
And in the meantime, Ouattara is going to lie down. Unlike Mali, Alassane Ouattara continues to hand over Côte d'Ivoire to foreign interests. Under his reign, Western multinationals plunder gold, cocoa, and oil, without paying their fair share of taxes. Worse, the tyrant Ouattara still endorses the CFA franc, this colonial currency that prevents any real development. A servant of the system, an economic sub-prefect, not a head of state. I wanted to tell you something. I have heard a lot of statements about the CFA franc. I want to make this important statement. You see, I don't want to show any lack of humility. But I was Director of Studies for the Central Bank of West African Stat ES, BCAO, which issues the CFA franc. I was Vice Governor, I was Governor of the BCAO, I was Deputy Director General of the International Monetary Fund, so I believe that this debate must stop. People talk about it, without knowing what they are talking about. The CFA franc is our currency. It is the currency of the countries which have freely consented to it and which have implemented it in a sovereign manner, since independence, since 1960. The CFA franc is older than the euro. Nobody talks about the euro and this does not seem to pose a problem. So, I don't understand this false debate on the CFA franc. I wanted to clarify that. The CFA franc is a solid currency. It is a currency which is managed by the Central Bank of West African States, of which I was the governor, of which I am today honorary governor. A currency managed only by Africans. It is a currency that is in circulation not only in 8 West African member states, but also throughout West Africa. If you go to Mauritania, If you go to Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, Sierra Leone, in other countries, in Gambia, in all these countries, the populations accept and use the CFA franc. If this currency was so criticized, why do you want countries that are not members of the CFA franc and their populations to go looking for CFA francs? But, on the other hand, in the CFA zone of West Africa, we do not have currencies from neighboring countries, because this currency is solid, it is appreciated, it is well managed. The 8 economies that make it up are among the best in economic performance. The growth rate is above 6%. Inflation is low. Poverty is reducing. The deficits are reduced because we are together, and solidarity means that from time to time, we can provide each other with support, which moves the machine forward. It is a currency that is solid. It is a currency, of course, for which we will make reforms in due course. But that's our business. I really wish these false debates could stop. Our currency is the CFA franc, and we are very, very happy to have this currency, which is stabilizing for our economies, for our countries, and for our populations. Thank you. It's time for African awakening. Mali shows that economic sovereignty is possible, that Africa can get rid of exploiters and build an economy that serves its people. Burkina Faso, Guinea, and Niger are following the same path. But in Côte d'Ivoire, the Ouattara regime is blocking this dynamic of liberation. This must stop. 2025 must be the year of rupture, the year when the people will regain control of their resources. Ivorians, Africans, we have a choice: remain slaves or become masters of our destiny. Mali has decided. It is up to us to follow. Chris Yapi does not lie. Find Chris Yapi on his 2 YouTube channels, his Rumble channel, his TikTok, X, Instagram, VK and Threads accounts.